Hello, everyone. Today, yes, I have the pleasure to talk a little bit about my wines, which is wonderful. So it's relatively simple. Like I mentioned before in the vineyards, all wines are what the specialists say autochtone, which means they are homegrown wines from Tuscany. And I love white wine, so we also make two white wines. They're both Vermentino. Vermentino is the white wine grape of Tuscany, and we make one, which is a little more for every day, done only in stainless steel. And this is something refreshing, nice in the afternoon. And then something a little bit more complex. Part of this has been done in wood, in a barrique. And this has a lovely structure. Actually, also very highly awarded wine, and it goes well with some fish or also some spiciness. And those are both of the white wines. And when I move on with the red wine, here's our Arnaio. Arnaio is similar like the Mercino. It's kind of this everyday's wine for me. I love Arnaio is Sangiovese with a little bit of Ciliegiolo. Ciliegiolo is one of those forgotten kind of grapes. And for me, I love Arnaio, lunchtime outside, somewhere in the shade, have a pasta, have Arnaio, and perhaps afterwards a little siesta. With this, life is good. And so this is Arnaio. Then we have something which is a little bit more elegant, and this is a full body wine, much more structure. So similar like I also mentioned on the Ballerina, on this other wine. This is Sriracha, this is pure Sangiovese. I think whenever you go to a winery, drink the pure ones, because here you sense the most, where the winery comes from. And this is pure Sangiovese, and this is 18 months in barrique, in wooden barrels, And this wine has an elegance. There's still fruits. It's elevating. It's something easy to drink, and it has a lovely, lovely structure. So you feel it. It remains here. And this is our Sriracha. And when we come now, what I would say to our kind of the top wines, we have a Reserve Sangiovese. So we take the best grapes here, and we only produce it if we have the best grapes. Here is now 2015, and 2014 we did not produce because the weather didn't give us good enough grapes. And they go as a minimum for 2 years into new tonneau. So this wine has a wonderful structure. It's very balanced, very elegant, and beautiful variety of fragrances. And those bottles, they are actually numbers. So we produce here 1,900 bottles, and I hold in my hand bottle 621. So for me, this is lovely, special evening. This goes good with a good chocolate. I like that, when you have an evening here in front of the fire, a little chocolate and the wine, that's something very cozy. This is something very special. I told you before that we do cultivate those forgotten grapes. One grape is Ciliegiolo, and we make this impure. And because of the strong grapes we have, we are able to make this also in barrique. So this is also minimum for 24 months in barrique. So it's a very elegant, well-structured wine, and it has a little of cherry flavor in there, which makes it very unique and very nice. And finally, dear friends, talking a lot about wines. This is lovely, but if it comes to have good food, it needs some olive oil. So we also have a couple hundred olive trees. They're old ones, and they're all hand-picked, like the wines too. We do manual work. And it's all organic and natural, and so it's also good for the health. Thank you, and enjoy the wines, enjoy the olive oil.